Hey young'uns, I'm back and I promised you in the last video something very special and exciting that I'm doing that you may want to do too. And I'm going to explain it to you once y'all stick with me, and I'll see you after my intro. Okay everyone, all of you know that I have been doing crafts and things with sea glass, things with all kinds of, just different sorts of crafting and jewelry. And so my problem is I can't stay in one craft. It's just like I do different ones all over the place, and I love my diamond painting. I'm glad though, and that's not going anywhere. I'm a diamond painter for sure. I'm ADHD, and so when I see things, I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. And I hope y'all understand that. I'm glad that I put on my page here, my channel, that it's Mim's House with arts, diamond painting and arts and crafts, or diamond painting and crafts, or whatever, because it gives a little bit of a difference. It gives me a little bit more items that I can, I have more content to put on, and it is not always the same old thing, just unboxing diamond painting. It's just and things like that. And I try to do a little bit more very fun things for you. Okay, I'm going to take you and let you see what I have just done this weekend. Okay? You better hang on, because I've been busy. But I also got a cold, so don't get too close to me. You can kind of hear it. So I've caught a cold. Always catch a cold. But it's very mild. It's enough just to make me feel under the weather. I feel like I've had a fever, maybe. Just kind of feel hot sometimes. And sleepy. Anything that I get with lupus, you get sleepy. And kudos to all of y'all out there that are dealing with autoimmune diseases. I am with you. I understand you. And it's hard to get support from people that don't understand what an autoimmune disease is. A lot of times people thought it was in their head. I used to be one of those people. I don't know about that. Is that something in their head? I just didn't know. And then when mine developed, I have two different ones with FSGS, kidney disease. And that can strike at any time, and then, then the lupus. But right now my kidneys are in remission, what my doctor told me, so I'm very happy about that. So before I digress on to other stuff, I'm going to take you into where I am making tumbled glass. Sea glass is hard to get. And if you're not at one of the beaches that really just constantly throws some up on the beach, you're not going to be able to get it. I have to order mine from Hobby Lobby, and most of the time it's $4.99 a pack for it's about a pound. It's about a pound. Maybe a little less than a pound. But it's pretty much about that same size each one. And there's a mixture of colors, and it's usually just blue and green, or green and dark blue and light blue. I mean, you get a little in each bag. There's a green bag, and then there's a blue bag, and there's a little bit of a different colors in each one. pertaining to that theme. Okay, so, and I say theme because it'll, like sea green is one of them, and then the other one is like a sea blue or something like that. So that's why I say theme. Sometimes they have it on sale for half off, and then that's when I usually order a big bunch of it. But I will run out of it, and everything I do is out of them same colors. So I'm like, okay, what can I do I wonder if I can make this myself. Now, I try not to call it sea glass when I tumble it myself, because I don't want people to think, oh, I went and picked this up. So my tumbled glass will always be tumbled glass. I do not want to falsely claim it's sea glass. Only the sea glass that I get from Hobby Lobby that is advertised as sea glass is sea glass. So that's my personal thing. Now, I could call it sea glass because what I'm doing in a rock tumbler is tumbling this glass and making exactly the same thing. It's in water and sand, just like at the ocean. And it's being tumbled and tumbled and tumbled. And I'm actually simulating the same amount of time it takes, years and years and years, for sea glass to tumble along the ocean floor and get to the beach. And then finally, when it gets to the beach, it's this wonderful, soft, smooth, frosted color. And it can be in any shapes and sizes. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's beautiful and everybody loves it. But it's very hard to find. And so the tumbled glass is what I've been doing. And I've also found someone that I got their leftover stained glass. They're leftovers. And so I break that up and I tumble it. And that's all kinds of different colors. And some of them have streaks and all kinds of beautiful, beautiful things. Then I have went to thrift stores, and I get non-valuable, non-expensive, like vintage or anything like that. I don't get antiques and do it. I don't get Fenton art glass and do it because, you know, I love Fenton art glass. There's no way I would break that. Just any old glass with different colors now, and break it up and then tumble it. And some of it is like really thick, and you'll see one that I've already done. Used to be a platter, a serving platter. It was yellow, and it had a wonderful design on it. And I broke that up and put it in there, and tumbled it for 3 days. I just have to do it for 3 days. When you tumble rocks, it takes a long time. It's weeks and weeks. So like 6 weeks, I think, to get from one end of the rocky spectrum to the very polished. And see, now sea glass doesn't have to be polished. It just needs to be smoky and all the sharp edges are worn off. So that is another plus. I don't have to, you know, buy all the different grits of sand. I just buy it from a craft store or the Dollar Tree when they have sand. I try to get the very gritty sand, very large pieces of sand, you know, not the very fine sand. That won't work. I just don't. I get the grittiest big pieces of sand as I can. And Frodo's over trying to make a nest to lay down. That's okay, babe. I'm going to be going in there in a minute. Okay? Okay. Anyways, let me show you some of the other things it did as well. So, stick with me. I'm going to take you in there. Okay, everybody. This is my little corner where I'm doing my rock tumbling. Well, glass tumbling, I'm sorry. And inside, and it is darker in here because when I turn the light on, it turns yellow. Let me see. I just turned, yep, see, it turns yellow for some reason. Okay, that's not good. anyways, it just looks better this way. And this is the National Geographic. So you see it tumbling. You tell it how many days and what speed and all. Okay. I love this. It's expensive, but it's going to save me money in the long run by doing my own tumbled glass. Okay. Now here is, I hate that I don't have that much light in here, but anyways, you can see this wonderful tumbled glass. This was a platter. This was a yellow platter. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but on this there is you see this wonderful design. It was wonderful. It's wonderful. And so I broke it up, and it's going to be wonderful, as these big pieces are set aside for like wind chimes. And these smaller pieces, let me see if I can find one. See, this one's actually rounded. It's actually kind of curved with that same pattern on it. That's going to be probably a pendant with twisted wire around it. That's probably what I'll do with these. Now, if I do something like a mermaid or anything like a seascape on a, oh my goodness, I'll show you. If I do a seascape with it, this could be mermaid hair. This could be mermaid hair. So, yeah. So, I got a blue cup. I love that it's got the little dots, dimples in the glass. And then there's that thick piece down there. And I love that. I'm going to break that one up. I got, this one's more purple. And you can really feel, and you see the lacing at the top of it. Okay. And then I've got this, which is a platter that I'm going to break up and make pendants out of and whatever. And clear glass goes frosty. It doesn't stay clear. And this is what I've got at Hobby Lobby. I can get it cheaper at the Dollar Tree, but at the time I wasn't going to the Dollar Tree and I wanted to get started. So I got this, and if you notice how coarse that sand is, that is not fine sand. This is coarse sand, and it's really good to clean that, to soften up that and frost up that sea glass. Well, tumbled glass. Anyways, so there's that I've been doing. Okay, another thing I've been doing is back in 2017, I made a mold of a castle. A castle. And this is Kismull Castle. Kismull, not Kissimul, is spelled like it somewhat. And if you see, so I say Kismull Castle. And this is a real castle. Well, that's why I have a bubble in that. I didn't realize that. Okay, I got a bubble in it in one of the crafting one. I mean, in the resin one. But anyway, so look at here. So when I made this, I put it in a mold and made a mold of it. And when I got it out, it broke. This is the mold that I made back in 2017. Well, I was doing so well with some epoxy crafting ideas that I thought, well, I'm going to pour some epoxy in there, little layers at a time, and this is what I got. I got the clear castle. A clear castle. Now this I poured a little too deep, and it made it change the color. So I know it's not broke or anything in between. So it's just that this heated up and made it more frosty than clear, and you can tell the difference. But that's okay. That's okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. And when we put it on this little light thing, let me put it up here. It's really nice. You can see it. Now it blinks because of it being the LED, and it's not in sync with my camera. So, and that's why you see blinking when people show LED lights on their channels. Oh, don't fall off. I need a bigger one. But that lets you see it a little better. Come on. Yeah. So there's where I was doing that. Let me take that off of there. And these little things, it's supposed to turn, and for some reason it's not turning. Anyways, I do these. This is the sea glass that I buy from Hobby Lobby, and I put them in these little planters. Okay, there's one. Here's another one. And then I bought these, and this is my tumbled glass. This is tumbled stained glass, and so is this one. This one I made to have little babies, like succulents do. And these are the little art, each one is like a little piece of artwork. I bought those beads from an artist, and twisted wire around them, and I said, well, let's make it look like they are having flowers. Isn't that cute? I just love that. You see how pretty these beads are? They are gorgeous. And so I thought they need a special place to be really admired, and there you go. And it's all in there. That's another thing I've been doing. Okay, everyone, I'm recording this one because when I turned the light on, it's so yellow. I couldn't fix it on my I could not fix it at all on my software, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit and let you see all of this, what it looks like. It's a dim light, so I'm sorry, but this is sea glass with sand, some decorated beads, some little glass beads in there, and some, that's an urchin shell, and this is some glittery floral stuff that makes it look like seaweed. I also have some chipped glass vase filler in it. I had to go change my battery, of course. And see, I'm going to put I have a light over it now so you can see it really well. And once I glued everything down, a little chipped vase filler, all of that, chipped glass, and I layered epoxy over it. So, and I put a white background on the back so you can see. This is the way it will go on the wall, like that. Alright, and this is what inspired me to do some other epoxy things. And here is the other one, and you can see, try to keep it from getting a glare on it, but you can see all the seashells, a little bit more. Everything has about the same thing in it, it's just in a little different design. This is a wave, and there's actually clear sea glass. Let me put that right there. It has a, oh well, come on. Anyways, this is actually clear sea glass pieces, just like these. And whenever you put epoxy over it, it disappears. So you really don't know what you're going to get whatever you pour your epoxy. So it's a little bit of a surprise, and it makes it unique. So anyways, these are pretty big too. And yeah, I had to put these in my laundry room because I can keep it a consistent 73 degrees, over 73 degrees. And yesterday it was pretty hot, so I was able to open the side door here and keep the heat in here. The hotter it is, the better. You just don't want to go over like 85 or anything like that, which that's not going to happen. But that way it will dry really strong. So that's another thing that I was doing. And it inspired me to do the, to pour my castle mold that I did in 2017 with the epoxy to see what it would look like to have a clear castle. Here is the first resin sculpture of my castle that I did. And this is just plain resin that turns white, and I can paint it. And that's what I was getting ready to do. I was going to paint this, and I used the actual pictures of this from online. It's quite heavy too. It's pretty heavy. So anyways, I'll show you some pictures right here of what it's supposed to look like. There's a little house. There's houses inside. I think Mom said the gift shop is over there. She's actually been to this castle over in Scotland. It's on an island, a little rock outside, well, in a bay. And it's totally surrounded by water. It's the McNeil Clan McNeil family castle. And it's very, very historical. Robert the Bruce actually hid in there. Hard to get to because you have it's in the ocean, right there in the bay of Barra. And Mom had to ride a ferry over. I guess that's what you call it, a ferry, to see it. And it was a good many hours to get to Barra in Scotland. So she's very lucky to be able to go over there and see it. And she's walked in all through it. Okay, everyone, I am back in my craft room. I'm spread out all over the place in here. I was going to show you my wind chimes that I had made, but what I have decided to do is just show you the pictures of them right here, because I have them ready to go to the booth tomorrow. So I didn't want to have to get all that out and do that again. But I'll show you the pictures. There's two of the sea turtles. Each one's a little different. One has a little more on it than the other one. There's driftwood, tumbled glass, and sea glass, and also some shells on there. So I know you'll love those. And then I have one smaller one that just has 3 little lines on it right here. And it is also got about the same things on it, except the top is a piece of driftwood with some shells on the top. And it swivels around and around, so that way it's never in one same, thing. The sea turtles are only on the one side, so you would want to put it in a way that you only saw that one side. So anyways, that's those. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these special items that I have done this week, and they will be for sale. My next thing I'm going to be doing is going to be looking for getting our website up, and so you can purchase the little things that we have. And also, I've got to do another website for my sister-in-law, who is also selling her floral arrangements and home decor and things like that. She's an event planner as well. So that will be on there, information on how to get in touch with her to plan weddings, to direct weddings, and do things like that. So all of that, I'm busy. I'm a busy girl because I have to, I have 3 books waiting on me for my dad to publish. And you can see some of his books below in the links in the description. I put a lot of links in the description from the different things that you might be interested in. So go check them out as well. And tell people that love to read about my dad's books. So bear with me. I'm trying to get everything done. Plus I got my diamond painting, and y'all, I'm not bailing on y'all at all with diamond painting. I'm getting up my inventory for my booth, and once that's done, I'm able to fit in some other things. So, and I can only put so much in a booth, so I can't I can't do too many things all at once. You know how that goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And it's good not to do the same thing over and over again and become monotonous. When you decide you want to do something different, let me know. If there's a craft that you've got an idea about, I'll check it out for you. Anything like that. And I may have given you some inspiration to get to doing your own jewelry, your own resin art. Don't be afraid. What I have learned over my lifetime, and I've taught myself how to do a lot of stuff, and this was before even having Google or online internet. When I wanted to learn to sew, I taught myself how to learn to sew. When I wanted to learn to raise chickens, I had every book in the library, and I read them, and I took notes and knew what the best chickens to start out with, and where to buy them, and how to get them in, and everything like that. I've even bred hamsters for a pet shop. That was fun. That was very interesting. Very interesting. And it was really neat. Really neat. Just, I love hamsters. Anyways, anytime that you want to learn to do something, don't assume that it's just, oh, it's just too hard. There's only special people out there to do it that knows how to do murals, knows how to do this, that, and the other. You learn to do it. Figure it out. Go, YouTube's here now. And you can look and see all the different things and how to do things. People are so nice to share with you how to do it. And it turns out it's not that hard. You're like, I can do that. Yeah, there's going to be mistakes. You're going to make mistakes on your first few. And like those seascapes that I did, I must not have mixed as long as 3 minutes that last pour on those. And they were hard, but they were still a little tiny bit tacky. And I'm not gonna sell something that's not right. So I went back in with my little Dremel and I sanded all around, and I poured another very thin layer and made sure that it was in a warm room that I could keep above 73 degrees. And that helped it to set hard and clear, not hardly any bubbles. And you learn these little things. Don't be afraid to try new things. That's what I'm here for, to encourage you to look at all this great things that we can do. So please don't be upset at me for not doing diamond painting 100% 24/7. Because I am just so ADHD. I cannot stay in one medium all the time. I will do several all at once. And that's why my husband hates it when I get crafty and artsy, because he knows I'm going to be going out and buying stuff to do it, you know. And I'm getting nasally because of this cold. I'm sorry, everybody. But I have about 2 more videos to do. After this one, I'll have the same shirt on. I'm sorry, but just bear with me and stick with me, and we will see all this special stuff together. I'm excited. So, y'all have a good rest of your day, rest of your week. Bye.